Hey guys, Kim Garza here. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to explain step by step how I did this post-production of my shooting summer shadows in Photoshop. So stay to see all the video. Okay, first of all, just a reminder, remember that it's better if you shoot in RAW because all these editions that I'm going to show you, I am going to edit it with RAW. So it's really important to do that because the quality of the picture and all the editions will remain good. If you shoot in JPEG, still you can do this edition, but maybe the quality of your picture won't be that good. So let's open the picture and we can do exactly like the edition that we want in here, but as I wanted to put it like in a present, I'm going to do it in Photoshop, not in here. Remember that this side you can actually edit all the exposure, the colors and everything, but we are going to do it in another layer to do it a little bit easier for the presents. So remember, if I want to do a present, I'm just going to put here play, and I'm going to put a new one inside editions, and I'm going to put it summer shadows. That is the name of the series, and then it's a start recording. So the first thing that I'm going to do is duplicate the layer. You can press Ctrl J or Command J according if you have Windows or Mac. Okay, then next it's filter, raw filter, and it's the same that you saw at the beginning, but I wanted to do it as a present automatically because I experiment with one picture, and after I know that that's the edition that I want to do with the rest of the series, I want to keep it. So now as I'm still recording, I'm going to change what I wanted to do with raw. So first of all, as I say in my previous videos, I don't like warm pictures, but in this case, the concept is summer shadows, so I cannot remove the warm of the summer. So basically, I'm going to just put enough warm that I feel that I like it. I'm going to do a little bit exposure. I think with that it's okay, like with just 3 points of the temperature, just to have like nice colors of the temperature. Um, Contrast, I'm going to remove contrast. Like this edition, I'm like always experimenting what I like, what I don't like. But in this case, I don't like that much contrast because I like how the background on the hair, it looks like blonde, and the shadows the same. I'm going to remove shadows. About that. Okay. Whites, I'm not going to put whites. I actually going to remove a little bit, and blacks same. I'm going to remove a little bit. Okay. Maybe I'm going to increase maybe just 2 points the warm, the temperature. Clarity, I'm going to put I think 20 points. Yes. And vibrance, that's a tricky one. Yeah, I think I'm going to put 10 points more. As you see, it's now a warm picture, which is not my, like, the tendency that I do is to have like cold pictures, but at the same time, like if the concept is warm, I really like to have a warm pictures. Like it depends of the concept, but I always try to make it not as warm as can be. Okay, I think that's perfect. Maybe a little bit more light. I would like really illuminated pictures, like really illuminated pictures. Okay, that's it. We press OK and we see the difference between one and the other. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is experiment with curves because I really like curves. But I'm going to experiment with red, green, and blue. So you're looking all the creative process that I'm doing for my photos. So basically, I wanted to have this summer colors in it. So I'm going to use curves, and then I'm going to experiment with red, and then green, and then blue. Maybe. Yeah, red and green. Just red and green. I actually quite like without the edition of the curves, but this one has like more, because I like in this one she looks like the hair is really blonde, but the other thing I really like it. So what I'm going to do, it's when I finish the present, I'm going to edit the hair, but at the end. So, and the other thing that I like to do is to put a black and white filter and just put it a little bit, and I remove like the super white, I mean super warm colors. Mm, thanks so much. This one maybe 15. Yeah, I think 15, and then I'm going to put a little bit of one here. Ooh, love it. And then maybe, let me see, 20, and okay, and I'm going to just check the white balance. I always like kind of like bluish, but as I say, like the summer is not bluish, it's yellow, but I'm going to put just the yellow, enough yellow to be clear that it's summer, but still with my style that are more like cold pictures. Okay, and I like as well to put this one a screen, maybe. Okay, and I like to put a gradient, and then the color. Oh shit, no, this one, but I want it yellow, I guess, orange, better, and then I'm going to put it. Oh wait, why I didn't select the yellow? Oh, that's why. Okay, then gradient, kind of like in this direction, and put it just a tiny bit. It's like the sun. Ooh, Love it. Okay, so I think that's it for the present. So I'm going to put, well, let me just review if that's it. Um, yeah, I think that's it. So I'm just going to pause it, and we have already our present. So I'm going just to replicate this in my entire series, and we will see the difference between the normal one and the edited one. Like it's quite different. So the next thing that I'm going to do once I have the present already, as you see, like I don't know how I'm going to edit the photo exactly. So when I open it, I have an image. Okay, I want like this summer vibes and with my style, and I wanted to have like kind of yellowish, but at the same time not that yellowish. And actually, this kind of yellow, it looks pretty nice. You can tell that it's summer, but at the end I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, so I'm just experimenting. I actually did it quite fast because sometimes it takes like 3 hours or something. So I had a pretty clear image about what is the edition going to be. So basically that's it. If you are going to that's it for the present. If you are going to want these summer shadows present and you will have this kind of edition, you can download it. In the description you will find the link. And but this is not the entire edition. There is one more step, that is the retouching and Dutch and Born. So as well, I'm going to put this present, the retouching and Dutch and Born, with the technique that I use, and that is frequency separation. And as well, you can download it in the description below. You can see everything. Next step is the retouching and Dutch and Burn. One of the things that is super important is when you run all the presents that I'm going to share with you, you need to have just a background. So in this case, we have a background and the edition that we did. So we are going to select both of them and put merge layers. And then you will have just the background, which is required for running all my presents. So as I'm going to run another present that is retouching and Dutch and Burn, I need just to have the background, otherwise it's not going to function properly. So I put play to run it, and I have it here. So basically I'm going to start with another thing. So I remove this because I always start with one thing before the retouching and Dutch and Burn. So I duplicate the layer, and the first thing that I'm going to do is basically remove all the things that I don't want in the pictures, or imperfections that are like kind of specific spots to remove. So in this case, she looks really pretty. I'm just going to remove some in the forehead that it's too much here, and in here. And basically this one, and that's it. The other thing, I really like it. I'm just going to remove specific spots. So the tool that I'm going to use is this one, Patch Tool. That is one of my favorites. As well, you can use Healing Brush Tool, but Patch Tool, it's quite my favorite. So let me remove that. The only thing that you need to do with this one is select the spot that you don't want, and then move it to a clean zone like this one, and it's going to replicate that zone. So you need to do that again in all the spots that you don't want. And that's it. So you can see the before and after. And once you have clean zone, then you can do the retouching. So the same thing, just select both and click in merge layers, and then you will have merge layers, and then you can run the retouching and the chamber present. or actions. Is to put the skin soft, or to put everything soft, and then hard. You will see it in a bit. Then the first curve is light and the second one is dark. So let's start. So there is just a couple zones that I want to put a little bit softer. That it's never soft the eyes or the lips or the nose, like in this part, because it's going to be a disaster. So please don't do that. You can soft any part of the skin, just be careful with the nose, with the lips, and with the eyes, okay? So when I'm going to put a little bit soft, I'm just going to put 50% opacity, and with this hardness 15%, and size depends on what you are going to do. So I'm just going to soft a little bit, oops. Okay, you need to be in the layer. I'm just going to soft a little bit the forehead. Tiny, tiny, tiny. This is too much. Just going to put maybe 30%. This. Let's see. Here. And here. And basically that's it. I don't want to soft anymore, because as I use a really short aperture, like just, I think it was, no, I don't remember exactly, it was like 3 or maybe 4. So the rest of the things that I don't want it in focus is already out of focus. As you see, here is out of focus, and just the focus like the eyes and the lips, which is stunning. Okay, the next one is the hard part, which is like when you can enhance the parts. So I always use this in the eyes, in the lips. Of course, it's according what do you like, but I really like the eyes, maybe sometimes the shadow, depends, the lips, and sometimes when it has like kind of like nice freckles or something, I do a little bit of the nose, but in this case, I don't know, yes, I think that looks nice. Ooh, normally I put like 10%, but it's 20%, I think it's okay. Okay, so basically that's what I wanted to enhance. That's it. Okay, and then the next one is the light. So where I wanted, oh no, here is actually 50% is okay. Most of the times I use 50% the these two, that it's kind of like the soft and the hard of the skin, and I use 10% of the in the cubes. So I'm just going to put this. Okay. And then the cures, I'm going to put 10%, as I say. Sometimes it's 10%, sometimes it's 5%. So I'm going to check. And you need to be white because the layer is black. So if you wanted to use the layer, just put the opposite. So this is a dark, and I always do a little bit of the chin. The nose is like the contouring. Exactly like the contouring that the girls do all the time is exactly the same. The forehead, and a little bit like the eyebrows. And that's it. And then the light, I just put it in here, like the highlights, like the makeup, the nose, top. And I do the eyes, but don't do this part, like with the light, don't do the circle, the black circle, just do the outside of the eye, not the inside. Same here. Okay, just going to check if it is not too much. Sometimes it's too much and I just remove it a little bit. I think it looks starting. And sometimes as well I put a little bit more like in the lips. Okay, and I think it's finished. We finished. I really like it. I love how everything is out of focus, just not her eyes and her lips, and everything else is out of focus. I really love this shot. Basically that's it of the result. And then as I have already my present for the colors, I do exactly the same. I just draw on the present and then I do the process of the retouching and the chambon. So let's save the image. So file, save as, and then some more shadows, edit it. So summer shadows 1. Save. And if you save it in JPEG, they are going to appear this one that it's going to tell you if you want to save the entire quality of the picture or less quality of the picture. If you don't want like the 11 megas, then just put it a little bit like low. I always save it like the highest quality possible, and then when I'm like sharing this in my social media or my webpage, I just put a smaller one, but I always save it the highest one, that it's the one that I save it for myself, and then the ones that I share for my social media and everything is a little bit smaller to be a little bit more faster to load. That's it. This is the before and after. And of course, after that, what I'm going to do is to put here my copyright. If you want to know how to put the copyright really easy with Lightroom, just go to the suggested video that I'm going to put here. So basically that's it. I'm sorry to do like some like really long tutorial, but I just wanted to share with you exactly everything that I do with these photos and with my photos, so you know all the additions that I'm doing. If you don't want the present and you wanted to do it by yourself, then you have all your steps. Or if you wanted to use the present because you really like the colors and everything in here, like the addition, you just download the present. I'm going to put it in the description. The present for, there are two ones, the one for the colors and the addition here, and the other one that is like includes the retouching and touching border. Just remember to do all the steps that I show you, and basically you can have a photo like this, edited like this. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and stay with me for with this really long video. And if you like it, please subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to upload more videos about this in Lightroom or Photoshop and behind the scenes, analog cameras, anything about photography and art you are going to find in here. And just turn on the notifications so you know when I upload videos. Any questions, don't hesitate and just comment below, and I'm going to reply for any questions. If you want any other videos or any other editions that you want me to do, anything, just comment below and I will do it. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Ciao!